Hello everyone and welcome to my new video on stock market. In this video, I am going to discuss about the ITC FMCG segment. That is, this segment is excluding the cigarettes business. So I will discuss about like what is the opportunity size for ITC in this FMCG segment, like how vast it can grow in this segment. That I will discuss in this video. So this is actually a report prepared by HDFC Securities, in which they have mentioned in which they have given a lot of information about ITC. The opportunity size for ITC. So I read through this and I thought of sharing this with everyone. And also before I move forward, just a request from my side that do not forget to subscribe to my channel and keep supporting me. Okay, so coming to here, so for ITC, if you see here in the FMCG revenue product, of course, this does not include cigarettes. Do remember this, cigarettes is separate. If you see, Ashirwad actually contributes 28% to the revenue, Sunfist brand contributes 23%, then Bingo contributes 15%, EP contributes 7%, and all others are 1-2%. But I think many other segments can grow a lot in the future. That's what I will discuss here. See the EBIT margins here, like earning before interest and tax, these margins here, this has been growing a lot. So initially, like ITC was making negative profits. Now at least the profits are at least positive. The EBIT are, earning before interest and tax is at least positive. So there has been like 10% swing over last 9 years close to. So you see initially in 2011 it was minus 6.7%. So this is the EBIT margins. Then it was minus 3.5%, minus 1.2%. It became positive, it started growing. This was one exceptional case here, but it has been growing. See here, now the EBIT margins are close to 4.6% now. And other FMCG companies, they make close to 15-20% of margin, EBIT margins. So let's see how ITC goes into the future. If this keeps on increasing, it's a very good sign for ITC, because that means its return on capital employed will increase for FMCG business, its profit will increase. So all the numbers will look good, and maybe in the future ITC can get a re-rating. But this is not the main thing I wanted to discuss here. This is the main thing that I wanted to discuss here. So HDFC Securities actually, they made a report on this, that ITC addressable market offers a 13x opportunity growth. So they can basically grow by 13x times in the future. Their FMCG business, FMCG business, this can grow by 13x times in the future. That's actually huge, because even now it's their FMCG business does have a very good amount of revenue. And do remember one fact, that ITC has a lot of cash on its book. So it can like acquire many other companies, create a lot of brands, do a lot of investment in these brands. So it has a lot of money, understand that. And also every year ITC makes around 12 to 13,000 crores of profit every year. Right? Now let's look at what is the market opportunity for ITC in multiple FMCG segments. In Ashirwad, of course, Ashirwad is their brand. In this, like they have presence in wheat, ghee, spices, instant mixes, ready to eat, rice, and everything. And they have a scope of expansion in pickles, grains, and also increasing the distribution presence of their products in like every village to village shop everywhere. Of course, this is brand position is mid, and the market position for them is number one here. Already they are dominant here. But if you see the market opportunity here, this is a million. So basically, if you divide this by 10, you will get in. If you divide by this, basically this is 15,000 crores, out of which they already have like 4,500 crores of revenue from this. So, but this is the market opportunity for them. So they can, of course, they will not take all the market share from this, but at least currently I think they have 30%, but they can grow to 40%, 45% in the future. And I will tell all the numbers in million itself, because it is in million. But of course, if you divide this by 10, you will get in X crores, basically. And of course, there are competitors also here, like Pillsbury Atta, Silver Coin. I have not heard of Silver Coin and Mother's Recipe. And Pillsbury I have seen somewhere, but mostly I have seen Ashirwad most of the times. Then in Sunfist, that is a premium biscuits. If you see there in biscuits, cookies, cakes, they are already here. But they can also expand in milk, bread, chocolates, and oats and everything. They of course are not into oats and everything, so they can expand here. And they already have a lot of distribution reach to almost all the village, because they sell cigarettes through this. So they can easily expand if they want to. They just need to be aggressive on this. So here if you see the market, of course they are number one in the premium biscuit segment. Here if you see the market opportunity is close to 5,90,000 million, and they only have like their revenue is only from this segment close to 38,000. So here also they can grow a lot. Of course, Britannia, Parle, Priya Gold, Anmol are their competitors here. Of course, Britannia and Parle dominates here, I mean, almost. And ITC is the kind of third player in the biscuits, but number one in the premium biscuit. Let's move to another, like Bingo, if you see, they are mostly potato chips and other chips. And they are trying to come up, I mean, they may try to enter healthy variants in salty snacks. That's what the trend is, right? Everybody wants to eat healthy foods. They are number one in this. Here, if you see, the market opportunity size is close to 2,19,000 million, and ITC only makes around 25,000 million revenue from this. So if you see here everywhere, they are still dominant, but still the market size is huge in this. That's what I wanted to tell. And understand this market and all are growing. That also you should understand. They may be growing at 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%. So this market opportunity is also increasing. That also you should understand. And then there is EP in the, I mean, noodles and pasta. And they can also, of course, enter oats. They are number two here. Of course, Maggi is, Nestle is the number one. I mean, they do not make much from here, 11,000 million. The opportunity size is close to 1,53,000 million almost. Then if you look at, okay, I have not looked at this Candyman, everything, because they do not make much from this. Others also do not. Okay, of course, these three I wanted to discuss because these are the emerging markets from them. So if you see the tag here, it's emerging, and I think they can earn a lot from these segments. So they recently entered actually all these three. So they have entered the juice segment, chocolate segment, and coffee paste segment, right? Just recently. But they can push for more variants of juice here. They can push for healthy supplements here. Of course, in this they are emerging. They are not marketed or something. If you see, of course, the opportunity size is 20,000 million. They are still 4,800 million. I'm not sure this number is quite correct. I mean, so they are. I mean, it's very good if this number is correct about juice, because juice they entered recently, and if they are making 480 crores from juice, it's quite good. I mean, of course, the competitors here are Real and Tropicana. They have actually entered the chocolate segment also, that is through Fable brand, and this is, I mean, still is premium brand for now, super premium brand, but they can basically try to enter the mass premium segment. That's where they will get the most of their sales. And this opportunity, you see, this is close to 80,000 million, close to 8,000 crores, and they only have 15 crores from this. So here and here in these segments, I mean, the leg for growth is quite good here. They can grow a lot. Of course, Cadbury and Nestle through KitKat and everything are market leaders here. Sunbeam mostly into coffee paste. I mean, ready to drink items. I mean, they can expand into this, like ready to drink and distribution expansion they can do. Of course, this is also premium category, and they are still emerging here. The market size is close to 1,500 crores, and they still, I mean, make only 10 crores from this segment. So a lot of growth can happen here. And ITC MasterChef, of course, this is again another emerging market from them. The market size is given close to 400 crores. But okay, this is a emerging market. I mean, let's see what happens to this in the future. But they are very aggressive in this. In the personal care, if you see, of course they have Fiamma, shower gel, soap bar, talc, everything. They can also enter shampoo, shaving cream if they want to. They are number two here, and the market opportunity is 20,000 million, and they make around 3,600 from this. Here also, I mean, in this also they can expand. Of course, Nivea is the market leader here with 20% market share. Dove is there, but I think the competition here is quite high. Let's see what ITC does, but the competition here is quite high. I mean, in soaps and shampoos, I mean, HUL and others are dominant here. And of course, Vivel is again here, but you see the competition here, right? Of course, Lux, Lifebuoy. Of course, in this they have made some good with. I mean, not with Vivel, but with Savlon, they have made good entry into the soaps categories, like the healthy soap categories in the COVID-19. Of course, but here a lot of competition is there if you see. Let's go move to another one. I do not want to, okay, this one. Engage, of course, it is very popular brand, Indios, perfumes and pocket perfumes. Of course, they can try to enter other segments. They are number two. Of course, Fog is number one. You would have seen its ad. 17% market share. Wildstone, Nivea, Park Avenue, X, all are there. But here market, I mean, they still are just 10% here if you see, right? They are making 3,300 crores, but the market opportunity is 30,000 million here. So, sorry, 330 crores here. So they have a good opportunity here also. Then this is again perfume. Again, Savlon has been making good inroads during this COVID-19. They have been very aggressive in this with antiseptic liquid, soaps, hand wash, hand sanitizer. All these are like kind of healthy soaps and healthy hand wash, everything. And of course, they can enter other segments also. I think disinfectant liquid they have already entered here. The sales from this are quite high for ITC. Let's see in the next quarter or year, they should tell like how much market share they gained in this. So opportunity size is here close to 1,000 crores, and they already were making 200 crores from this. Of course, Dettol is the dominant player here. Other than this, I do not see much here in this, but I see good opportunity here. In this floor cleaner, if you see, the market size is close to 10,000 crores. And ITC has just actually acquired this brand Nimile, and they do not, I mean, they have not, their revenue will be very less. But if you see here, they can actually expand a lot here in kitchen. I mean, they can also enter kitchen cleaner segment from this. But the market opportunity is quite great here, 10,000 crores. And here, if you see the competitors are, of course, Lysol, Domex. Everybody uses Lysol and Domex, right? So they can enter here, and maybe even if they take 10% from this, the revenue is close to 1,000 crores here. So they have entered here. Let's see the results, what happens. Then the other segment like Classmate, Papercraft, Wills. I think Wills they have sold. I do not know why it's here. They have already sold this. So in if you see here, and cigarettes, and I mean safety matches, if you see, okay, here already ITC is mostly very dominant. Here it's close to just 10% in Classmate. I mean notebooks, pen, pencil, everything. So they can basically become number one in this. Navneet is of course the market leader here. So they can of course gain market share here also. So, okay, this was all I wanted to discuss here. But if you see the opportunity size, it's quite huge for ITC in these segments. And if ITC is very aggressive in this in the next 5-10 years, and it uses its cash very well, deploys its cash very well, it can generate a lot of revenue and a lot of profits in the future from the FMCG. And I think that in the future, I cannot give you estimate around like how much time it will take, but they can basically the revenue from the revenue from the FMCG should actually cross the revenue from the cigarettes. I think now it's close to 40% and something. I mean 40% of the revenue or comes from cigarettes, and close to maybe 20 to 30% I think comes from FMCG, I think, or 40%. I think almost they're equal, but in the future I think it should be mostly like 80%. I'm just assuming it can happen 80% from FMCG and 20% from cigarettes, because cigarettes is not growing much and it should I will say remain flat over long term mostly. But this FMCG can grow a lot for them, and they can do this mostly in the future. This is my view. I mean, I do not. I'm just giving a rough number here, but I think this can be either 70-30 or mostly 60-40 maybe in the future. But they can do this. So let's see how it goes for ITC in the future. Keep watching their quarterly results and their, I mean, what numbers they are showing for each brand, like if they are getting market share or not and everything. Do watch it for them. Mostly for emerging brands, do watch out for Beach Naturals, Fably, Sunbeam, their this I mean Engage, then Savlon, Nimile. Watch out for these brands, how much market share they are gaining, how much revenue they are earning from this. So watch out for this in the future. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video, and do provide your views also on the ITC. And do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.